in this video, first let's talk about the syllabus, right? The syllabus of the business and accounting studies, which concerns grade 10 and 11, right? In your O-level exam, you will be asked questions from your grade 10 syllabus as well as from your grade 11 syllabus, right? In your business and accounting studies, there are actually two various, right? Two different subjects are there. One is business studies and the second one is accounting, right? If you can see here, I've categorized the chapters into business studies and accounting parts. In your grade 10, if you can see here, the first three chapters, the background of business, the business environment, the business organizations, are from the area of commerce called business studies. And the other chapters from chapter 4 until chapter 12, that is from chapter introduction to accounting until correction of accounting errors, those chapters are concerned with accounting, right? Same in your grade 11 syllabus, the first three chapters, if you see here, and the last chapter, the trade and supporting services, the management, the marketing and investments are concerned with the business studies subject. And 4 chapters, financial statements of business, financial statements including the adjustments, not-for-profit organizations and statement of production cost are concerned with accounting. So altogether in your grade 10 and 11, you have 20 chapters, out of which 4 plus 9, right? Yep, 13 chapters are from accounting and 7 chapters are concerned with business studies, right? If you go one by one, in your grade 10, you will be introduced about what is business. That is what is the background of a business. The concepts related to business will be introduced. Then the second chapter will introduce you to the business environment. Basically, whatever that is surrounding a business is called a business environment. We are not talking about the physical environment here, right? Whatever the factors that are surrounding a business are called business environment altogether. We can categorize them into two, internal as well as external environment, right? In the third chapter, you will be studying about various types of business organizations. You will be studying about sole proprietorship, partnership, and company, right? And then when the accounting section starts, you will be introduced to accounting. You will be in the fourth chapter, you will be introduced to what is accounting, what is the function or primary objective of accounting. Then you will be introduced to a concept, which is the fundamental concept of accounting, which is called accounting equation, where you will be learning assets equals equity plus liabilities. Basic mathematical equation, which is the fundamental of accounting, you will be learning in chapter 5. Then in chapter 6, based on that accounting equation, you will be learning in each transaction how the dual impact works. How is the double entry system working? And in your chapter 7, you will be learning about the various types of prime entry books involved in the process of accounting. And in the chapter 8, cash book and the petty cash book both are prime entry books, but they are specifically addressed in the chapter 8. And then the bank account and the bank reconciliation statement in chapter 9, and purchase journal, sales journal, and general journal, the prime entry books called purchase journal, sales journal, and general journal. So these are the prime entry books. So you will be learning in your O-level: cash book, petty cash book, purchase journal, sales journal, and general journal, right? When you are studying in A-level, you will be learning various types of other prime entry books as well, like sales return journal, purchase return journal. But for your O-level syllabus, you will be only concerned with cash book, petty cash book, purchase journal, sales journal, and general journal, right? You will be learning how to record transactions in those particular prime entry books. Then in chapter 11, you will be learning about trial balance, right? And in chapter 12, you will be learning how to correct any accounting errors How can you correct them, right? If there are any accounting errors given, how can you correct them? You will be learning that in your grade 10 chapter, the final chapter, which is called correction of accounting errors. Then when you move on to the grade 11, the first 3 chapters are concerned with business studies. The first one is trade and supporting services, right? Which will be talking about the supporting services of a business. When, if say for example, if you are talking about a sole proprietorship, right, what are the various supporting services you can get for a sole proprietorship? Those will be discussed in the first chapter of your grade 11. Then in the second chapter, you will be learning about management, right? About management. Yeah, chapter 2 concerns about management, right? How to manage a business. There are various functions of a management, namely planning, controlling, leading, and organizing. So you'll be learning about that. And then in chapter 3, you'll be specifically learning about marketing functions, how to do marketing for a business. Those are business studies related chapters. And if you go on to the last one, that is also a theory part, but that can be called a chapter from business studies or a chapter from finance, right? Finance or finance. That will be concerned with how to invest your money, right? How do we invest money? How do we make investments? Then when we come to the chapter 4 until the chapter 7, you will be dealing with accounting again. In grade 10, the last chapter was correction of accounting errors, where you will be correcting the errors. And from the 4th chapter in grade 11, you will be starting to prepare the financial statements of a business, right? The 4th chapter is dealing with the formats and the theory part of the financial statements. Then 5th chapter, you will be starting to doing adjustments, right? If there are any unrecorded transactions, you will be recording them, and then you will finalize your financial statements. In your 6th chapter, you will be dealing with how to prepare financial statements for a not-for-profit organizations like charities and clubs. Those are called the not-for-profit organizations because their primary motive is not to make profit. So you will be learning how to prepare financial statements for such kind of organizations. Then in the chapter 7, you will be preparing statement of production cost. For example, if you are concerned with a manufacturing organization, you will be learning how to prepare the statement of production cost, how you can calculate the total production cost involved during the particular period for a manufacturing organizations. So that's all regarding your syllabus, right? You will be having 20 chapters, 13 chapters are concerned with accounting section, and 7 chapters are concerned with business studies section. Altogether, which will form your final paper, right? Then if you move on to the next section, I want to talk about the paper structure. So in your final exam, in your O-level exam, you will be having part 1 and part 2. Part 1 and part 2 altogether, you will be given 3 hours of writing time and 10 minutes for reading time. Altogether, 3 hours and 10 minutes. In part 1, you will be getting 40 MCQs, each worth 1 mark. So part 1 for the total worth 40 marks. There's a 50-50 chance here. 50% of your MCQs, which are 20 MCQs, will be coming from your business studies part, and 50%, which is again 20, will be coming from your accounting part. When you go to the part 2, the first question will be a case study. You will be given a case of a particular organization and you will be asked questions from it. And that will be a mix of theory, business studies, and accounting, in which you will be dealing with questions worth 20 marks, right? Then the part 2 will be divided into 2 after this case study question, as part A, which is dealing with business studies, and part B, which is dealing with accounting. From each of these parts, you are required to choose 2 questions. You will be having a choice to choose 2 questions from each part, right? Altogether, which forms 4 questions, right? So Each question in the business studies part will be worth 8 marks. So if you are doing 2 questions from business studies, which you must do, you have to do 3 questions of the 2 questions out of these 3 questions. That will give you 16 marks. Then in accounting section, each question worth 12 marks. You are required to do 2 questions out of this. So that will be worth 24 marks. So if you sum this up, right? Part 1 is worth 40 marks. Then in part 2, the case study is worth 20 marks. And in part 2, the part A, business studies, is worth 16 marks. And part B, accounting, is worth 24 marks. So altogether, the total marks for the subject is 100, right? So this is how your paper will be structured. I hope this video is clear, right? In the next video, we'll be starting with each section, right? Thank you.